Namaste and welcome to the Divas That Care Network. I'm your host, Gia-Raquel Rose, owner of Airs Above Yoga, and you are listening to Above the Ground podcast. If this is your first time tuning in, our network is in its 15th year and listened to in over 30 countries. I would like to personally thank you for giving me the gift of your time. As always, it is my honor to hold space with you. And continuing on this theme of the cycles that involve, you know, awareness, acknowledgement of which aspect of the cycle you happen to be in, and the process of the beginning, middle, and end in its simplest form. And as we're going to do a little bit of a meditation today, what I really want to focus on is the way that we identify, which cycle, let's say, is top of mind. That is the cycle that is most hindering our growth, or the cycle that maybe we repeat the most often, the cycle that is keeping us stuck or not fulfilling our highest and best good, highest and best use as a human on this planet, how these cycles can be stepped out of or completed once and for all so that we can move on to the next. And I will say, as a plug to to Miss Shonda, and if anyone in and around my age group did not grow up on Grey's Anatomy, then I don't know where you were. And most of the shows that this woman has come out with have taken on life and a following of their own. And so I want to give a little bit of a nod because this meditation kind of came to me through a certain episode from Grey's Anatomy. So I apologize for any of those of you who may not be fans, but I'm going to use a specific episode based on trauma, childhood trauma. And I'm gonna kind of pull a meditation from it, as the meditation came to me from this kind of metaphor and this experience. And for anyone that's not familiar, I'll give you a brief backstory on this particular snippet. The main character of the show had a mother who had Alzheimer's. It's a pretty big theme throughout the show, but especially in the earlier years. And um, the mother also, they had a complicated marriage, and she had an affair. And I don't want to give too many spoiler alerts for any of you who haven't had the pleasure of experiencing Grey's Anatomy from beginning to not quite over yet. But essentially, there is a flashback episode where, in that episode, a young Meredith Grey is on a carousel. Um, and her mother is essentially being broken up with by the man she was having an affair with. And the mother, even though she was not, I believe the fact in the flashback, she had already was experiencing signs of Alzheimer's. But in the episode itself, the flashback was with regard to prior to any degradation of her mind, and the fact that she still had a fairly, we'll say, tumultuous and or aggressive way of relating with her daughter. And so she stuck poor Meredith on this carousel, wound up having, a bit of an emotional breakdown over the abrupt and one-sided ending of an affair, a relationship. And the quote, which give or take is pretty close, is that she couldn't get off the carousel, and that she wanted to get off the carousel. And it was the mother who made that comment, ironically enough, even though it was the daughter that she had placed on the carousel as this happened, at least as far as my memory is concerned. And so when we think about this meditation, the reason that I'm sharing this backstory is because not only is that, I think, a great metaphor that everyone is familiar with, this idea of going around in circles and going around in circles and getting nowhere, right? But also this kind of, bringing it back to childhood trauma and how that affects our relationships as adults, and how that affects our choices with our environment, with our work, with the people that we interact with. You know, your childhood kind of sets the tone. And unlike Miss Meredith Grey, I will say I had a wonderful, wonderful, very nurturing and caring mother. So I don't have that experience, thankfully. And I was very, very blessed to have the mother that I did for as long as I did. But that doesn't mean that there weren't other, no one gets out unscathed, right? Like everyone has something, whether you were bullied, whether you had a divorce or an ill parent, or, there are any number of ways that a child can, feel traumatized. And they are neither to be judged, they are, true experiences to that child. But what I want to focus on, and I don't usually preempt the meditations because I like to kind of let them flow and kind of get right to them, but I do want to give a little bit of a prompt prior to diving into the meditation itself. And it is very, very simple. This prompt is when I lead us through this meditation, it's going to place us tongue in cheek on a carousel. And what I want you to pay attention to, now I don't want you to start thinking now, oh, this is what my carousel looks like. That's not what I want. But what I do want you to kind of plug into your subconscious now as a little bit of an intention for the meditation is to see and ask your subconscious, kind of ask yourself in this prompt right now to put the animals that are the actual carousel pieces, or if you can imagine a carousel, and generally it's horses, maybe some circus style animals like a bear or a lion. So those are the types of animals that are generally associated, air quotes for those of you that are listening, with carousels. But I want you to kind of set the intention now before we get into the meditation itself to ask your subconscious to put underneath and around you as we come into this meditation animals which then can act as signifiers, symbols, or representations of what you may need to focus on. And the reason is that, again, spoiler alert for the meditation, as we move through this, there's going to be the main animal that you happen to be riding on this carousel. And then you're going to be able, in your mind's eye, to look around you and notice what other pieces are around you, in front of you, to the left and right, behind you, etc. And I want you to, when you come out of this meditation, I don't usually give jot down notes. I usually let it be open for interpretation, but I would like you to jot down the animals, A, the one that you're on, B, the one that is directly in front of you, C, the one is that is directly behind you, the one that is to the left, and the one that is to the right. And to that end, I hope that they carry significance for you. And I want you to be able to reference them as you kind of navigate through the next steps. And more on that later. But as always, now that I've given a little bit of a spoiler alert to the meditation and a nod to Miss Shonda Rhimes, and thank you so much for all of the wonderful creative works that you've put out to inspire teenage and preteen and prepubescent and young adult and middle-aged women. Thank you for all of those things. And I'd like to now invite you to set yourself up for this meditation in whatever way you feel comfortable and confident to do so. And again, always remembering that when you come into meditation, the most important thing is your physical comfort and the ability to remain in that place undeterred, uninterrupted for, let's say approximately 10 minutes. So make sure that you're not in a position where you're going to start to feel pain, whether it's in your lower back, in your knees, in your hips, anywhere that you have a sensitivity or predisposition for getting stuck or feeling tight. Maybe choose a way that you can connect yourself with the ground comfortably and supported, whether that is in a seated position. You can even sit with your back up against a wall. You can lay down. I'm a big fan. I know it's not traditional in the Eastern sense, but I am a very large fan of laying down and being reclined in meditation. It's just always worked well for me, and I do think it supports the grounding, even though from an Eastern standpoint, it is not technically aligning the chakras vertically. I still think that if you are coming out of that because of discomfort, then it's taking away from the meditation, and your chakras are still in alignment, even if they're horizontal. So take from that what you will. Legs up the wall is also a wonderful way. And if you are concerned that you may not feel as grounded with legs up the wall, then you can always put, if it's comfortable for you, like a little bit of a weighted blanket or a pillow or bolster just on the top of the bottom, I should say, on the bottoms of your feet as your feet are up, perpendicular, if you will, to the ceiling. Arms outstretched, palms facing up if you are reclined and feeling inspiration is required, or palms facing down if you feel a little bit frazzled and that you may want a little bit more of a restorative energy. little bit more grounding, if you will. And then just inviting you to, from wherever you are, begin to gently lower your gaze and finally close your eyes. And begin to draw your awareness into your body by connecting with your breath. And as you breathe, begin to send that breath into all the points of contact between yourself and the earth beneath you. And truly begin to ground down. Feel the support of the earth. Feel it grounding you into this safe and sacred space. Begin to visualize a light surrounding you. And declare that in this space you are safe, you are protected, and only high vibrational, true messages for your highest and best good can penetrate through this light. Only that which is directly from Source, the universe, God itself, may connect with you here. And use any visual aid that comes to mind if it feels safe and right for you to see this golden, luminescent, white, sometimes lavender light surrounding you fully and completely in a sphere. And then begin to visualize a glowing column of light just in front of you. And with your mind's eye, gently place your hands around this glowing column of light. As you hold on to it, feel its warmth, continuing in the knowledge that you are safe. And allow this light to begin to move through you as it does, illuminating your hands, your arms, and moving up through your body. And as this light moves through your body, begin to feel the gentle rhythm moving up and down. Feel free, feel at peace, feel balanced in this rhythm, almost in the same way that you may find comfort in a rocking chair. Gentle, repetitive, soft, steady motion. And then as you slide your hands gently down, what do you see? In your mind's eye, realizing that you are now completely safe on this carousel. What animal is supporting you on this journey? Give yourself some time and breathe as you feel the rhythm up and down. Notice what stride this animal has. Notice its feet. Are they paws? Are they hooves? Continuing in the knowledge that this animal is here to protect you. Ask if it has a message for you. Hear its voice. Trust in its message. Feel with your hands the soft fur at the base of the neck of this animal. Does it have a name? Is it an animal maybe that you know or have lost? Is it a wild animal or a domesticated one? Ask this animal to help you look out in front and notice the light expanding out and around you. What is it that you see? Do you see an animal just beyond the one that you are riding? The one that is carrying you through this cycle? Allow it to turn and look back at you. Again, feeling the safety and the steadiness and the gentle repetition of the rhythm. Ask this animal that you see in front of you where it's guiding you. What is the next step in the cycle that you're currently in for your highest and best good? How does this animal move? Is it free and fluid? Know that this animal is there to guide you forwards, onwards, and upwards. Thank this animal for giving you the message it has to share. And gently coming back to the animal that you're currently riding on in that steady, gentle rhythm. Allow yourself and your animal to look back just behind you. And what is there behind you? What animal is with you on this journey? Notice the movement. Is it determined? Is it free? Is it soft? Is it strong? This animal helps you to know your motivation. This animal helps you to recognize the drive to push forward through the cycles. Ask for its message for you now. Thank this animal. Know that you can rely upon it whenever you feel, even for just a moment, that things are difficult or that you're tired or that you can't go on. Remember this animal and remember this message. As you and the animal beneath you begin to turn your heads, gently pause, extending your right hand out, and reach out to the animal just to your right. What animal is running beside you? Gently reach out. Notice how it moves. Notice its demeanor. Run your hand gently down its neck, thanking it for being with you on your journey. Ask this animal if it has a message for you. a message of how to move through this cycle. Who is this animal? What does it represent for you? Is it one you know? Thank this animal in whatever way feels heartfelt for you. Bringing your right hand back to the animal beneath you as you both look over your left shoulder, extending your left arm out long. What animal do you see on your left side? What animal is running alongside you? Look down towards its feet. Look towards its gait. Allow this animal to reveal itself to you. What message does this animal have for you? This is the animal that shows you how to protect yourself as you move through this journey, how to make sure you complete this current cycle. Thank the animal to your left for sharing its message with you. And bring both hands back to the golden light, connecting you to the animal just beneath you. This animal is with you always through every cycle. This animal can inspire you, support you, guide you, and protect you. Thank it. Thank them all. And ask this animal to help you. Allow the light that is between your hands to release from the form of a pole into the form of a lead. Know that you and the animals that surround you are free. That even with the pole of the carousel in a new form, the rhythm is still there to comfort you when you need it. From the animal that you have been going through this journey on, look again to the animal to your right. Follow its lead and allow them both to guide you as to how, through what means, to complete this cycle for your highest and best good. Allow all these animals now to be free, releasing the poles and the leads. And notice thou, they are now beams of light connecting you always. Thank them and release them, knowing that you are always connected to their invitations, their messages, their support, and their motivation. Above all, that you are protected on this journey. To your highest and best self. Allow the light to settle into the sensation with the palms of your hands. The light of the leads connecting you to these animals that now run free as you are now free. Free in the knowledge of where you're going, what animal is helping you get there, the drive you have behind you bringing you there, the animal leading you, and how to fulfill the culmination of this cycle and the animal that is protecting you along the way. Feel their strength. Feel their innate knowing. And feel safe in the love and compassion they have for you, and the love and compassion you have for them. Ground yourself back into your body now, taking 5 deep breaths. Gently begin to make small and gentle movements, bringing your hands with the same soft glow from the leads connecting you to your animal helpers. Bring your palms to your heart. Ground yourself back in your body, knowing they're with you. And when you feel ready, gently open your eyes. Always take your time for meditation in opening your eyes and making movements. And gently begin in your own time to make your way from your mat. I encourage you to write down any notes, the animals you saw, the messages they had for you, and how they were placed in your vision today. We hope this brought you insight, strength, motivation, and peace. I want to tell you how much I appreciate each and every one of you for sharing this space with me. I ask that you please feel free to share the same with your loved ones. For more goodness, follow me on all the socials at Above the Ground Podcast and visit my website, airsaboveyoga.com. As always, don't forget to check out my other episodes and all of my amazing sisters at Divas That Care. You can find us on Spotify, Odyssey, Apple, Amazon, iHeartRadio, and anywhere else that you may feel guided. Again, my name is Gia-Raquel Rose, owner of Airs Above Yoga, and you are listening to Above the Ground Podcast, where every day is a good one.